All right, we're going to take a look at this first possession here. You're on defense. You're giving help in the middle. You get caught standing for a second, but you make an adjustment and get back in there and contest. Also do a great job of pulling out this rebound. Now on this play ahead pass, you want to lead this man a little bit more to the inside and towards the basket so that he has a better angle to get that layup off. We're going to take a look at some transition defense. You do a good job of here recognizing the ball doesn't get stopped and you get to it, but you don't get underneath it enough. You got to make sure you seal off that trap and prevent that man from getting that layup up. Now we go to offense here, and you're moving here on the weak side. You want to make sure when you catch this ball, you become more of a threat, be in triple threat stance, even look at the basket so that defender has to cover you more. You do a great job of continuing to move without the ball, setting a screen to get a teammate open. Now as the action turns back the other way, you want to make sure that you see everything at all times. Here you get caught, only looking at your man, not dropping into help, and the result is you're late on the closeout and you get beat baseline. Now here we're back to offense. We see you standing on the weak side waiting for the action to come to you. You want to make sure you stay active, not get caught in the corner standing around doing nothing. Now as the game starts to come to you here, you see you get caught inside. Make sure you catch that ball strong and be more of a threat with the ball. Make sure that man has to cover you and you don't want to waste that dribble to throw that pass. Take a close look at your footwork here on this pull-up. You want to make sure that you get a clean footwork, either a jump stop or a 1-2 step. On this action, you got caught halfway in between both of them and kind of stumbled into that shot. But you did a great job of staying active and being alert, moving without the ball, got onto the weak side block, got an easy layup. This might be one of the best possessions for you for the entire game. Here you get a box out, actually scrap for that rebound, don't get it. But the next thing that happens is no one picks up the ball. You then come up and close out on a shooter, do a great job contesting there. Then you find your way back into the action here, contesting, making this guy's life miserable, doing a great job just helping on defense everywhere. Then you get engaged in a box out, which gives your teammate a chance to come in there and help knock that ball loose. Defending on this inbound situation here, you do a great job of commuting with your teammates, making sure they're in the right spot. You want to make sure your hands are up to contest that inbounds pass though. But you also do a good job here keeping position and finding a box out, although they don't come to you. You secure the rebound and you do an excellent job trailing and then spotting up for the shot. Get your feet set on the 1-2 step. And it was an excellent job trailing the play. We get some good stuff from you here on this offensive possession. You're working the weak side, being a threat on the low block. Ball comes out on a rebound, swings around to you, and you do a good job making a hard move to the basket, drawing contact, and getting fouled. For the most part in this game, your passing was pretty good. Here you had a sloppy one, but here you have some ball fakes, and you look opposite, and you do a great job skipping this pass with good body weight and strength to get a wide open shot. However, in this situation again where you're stuck on the sideline and you have to save a ball, just throw it as deep as you can towards your basket so that way your team doesn't get put in a tough position. Nothing bad happened there, but it could have. Great job here rotating back down on the bottom line for defense to help protect that passing lane. And then you always do a great job running the floor. Here you do a rim run, didn't get the ball, but sprinted down hard. We're going to take a look at this defensive possession here. Make sure you don't get spun in the circle when you're dealing with that screen. As the ball comes in, you help. You got to know who you're covering, and next time you cover this guy, make sure you close out on his left hand as he is a left-handed shooter. Now we're going to take a look at some transition basketball. You're running the floor hard, working your way to the short corner, waiting on the ball. Continue to stay active, be a threat. Make sure your feet are wide, knees are bent, two hands in a stance. You don't want to waste this dribble to make this pass. Next time, step to that ball strong and make sure you catch it and pass it without taking a dribble. On this possession, you just do a great job of running the offense. You see here, you're going to initiate. Your team's going to get into this little weave action up top. You take the ball. You're moving it. You continue to stay available. I like how you slide along the baseline here, looking for the ball. Then you waiting on the weak side here. Continue to stay active. You catch it. You don't freeze it. You look. Try not to waste that dribble, though. Make sure you can move that ball without the dribble. They collapse. They kick it to you. You do a great job of catching strong, using a ball fake to get to your spot to make that shot. All right, we're going to watch this inbound a couple times here, but some things you don't want to do when you inbound. You don't want to turn your back to the game. You don't want to take your hands off the ball. You don't want to cross your feet, and you don't want to be under the backboard when you inbound the ball. Make sure you cover those 4 details every time, and you'll be good. One thing you never want to do against a press is waste a dribble and then jump in the air, and here you made that mistake. Make sure you stay on your feet, use your ball fakes when being pressed. Now here we're going to take a look at your team under pressure here. We get into a frenzy and driving it, kicking it. People are everywhere. Quick shots are going up. I love your hustle here, your effort to keep this ball alive. Even though you don't get the rebound, you give your teammates a chance. Little scramble goes on. Do a good job helping contain the ball here. And then you sprint back. Even though you don't get all the way back and be the lowest man, you got to turn. The game's moving quick, and you do an outstanding job filling your lane and beating everyone else down the floor the other way. You want to make sure you do it on both ends, both on offense and defense. Make sure you show yourself big and stay available. Here your team has patience. They work it around you, and you do a good job being strong to get the free throws. Okay, we're going to take a look at your shot here in slow motion. You want to make sure you use your guide hand a little bit stronger. See how it has a backwards motion, and then both of your arms flop down? I suggest as best you can keep your guide hand close to your shooting hand as if you were in handcuffs the entire time. You don't want that extra movement with your guide hand, and you don't want a flimsy flop before the ball gets to the rim. Stay strong and hold your foul through longer. Okay, we're going to start this possession here on defense. Not much happens really. The ball gets moved around. People stay in front of their man. Everyone contests and contains. The offense gets a little bit sloppy here. They get careless and they turn the ball over. But what I really want to look at is your effort in transition, sprinting the floor, beating everyone down the court, showing a target. This is an excellent rim run, staying available and ready for the ball, catching it low wide, and being ready to go straight up. On this possession on defense, you see the other team gets down the court and gets close to the rim. Someone's got to give a foul there. If you're going to give a foul, that's the time to do it. But make sure you don't let him get up into his shot. Make sure you foul him so he stays on the ground or has to shoot 2 free throws. Now, once again, on the inbound, make sure you don't turn your back. You don't take your hands off the ball. You don't be behind the backboard. And you stay in a strong stance. Let's look at it one more time. Never turn your back. Never take your hands off the ball. Never be behind the backboard. And never cross your feet or your body. Right there, you kind of crossed your body throwing that pass. Okay, we're going to take a look at a little bit of defense here, but this is going to lead into some offense. Make sure you close out and not allow that man to get by you. You want to make sure you send that back to the corner, to the baseline as best you can. Now here you see you always do a good job of giving help. Once again, give a little help. Offense runs into a problem, but what I really like is how quickly you turn from defense to offense. Your transition awareness is excellent. You're always one of the first men down the court, and you always fill your lanes well. All right, right here you're going to see a good box out, and you're going to inbound again. Make sure you keep vision. You did there, but you crossed your feet here throwing that pass in. If that defense was pressing up, you'd had a little more of a problem. Make sure you don't throw weak passes that you're telegraphing, and you never want to dribble across half court and pick your dribble up in a trap. But I love how you get back here and stay with the play and contest this shot without fouling. Your effort level throughout this game was outstanding. Okay, this is the last clip we're going to take a look at, and this is you on zone offense. And not much is happening here with your team. They're kind of standing around, passing around. No one's really moving or creating. So eventually here, you do a great job of, getting involved coming out of the corner. You flash up here into the high post, and you fill this open area coming right now. And then you do a great job of being a threat in here, showing a target, being available. And then as the defense moves, you find an open area quickly, spot up, you move the ball well, and you're down and ready for the return pass and knock down the shot. Well done.